Success, stress, and senior-itis.
Yeah, it's a tough time for high school and college graduates.
And this is Chick to Chick. This is a really tough and stressful time of the year. I think high school seniors, they're starting to get a lot of anxiety and worried about, do I go to college? Don't I go to college? What do I do? There's a lot of stress built up there. And then on the college perspective,
college is crazy. I mean, if you have a child that's a senior right now, the common conversation is, I got all this work done, and then what am I going to do? And I don't have time to go to these interviews, or I don't have time to do blah, blah, blah. And they're going a mile a minute, and they're very concerned. On the opposite side of it, some of the kids are just like, whoa, I can't deal right now, and I don't want to deal right now, and I'm not going to deal right now. Either way, it's really stressful.
It is very stressful. And, you know, if you think about it, a 17 and 18-year-old, we're putting so much pressure on them that they need to make a decision that's going to affect them for the rest of their life.
Right.
There's so much pressure to go to college, go to college, go to college. Well, are you ready? College is not for everyone, and that's okay. Not every child needs to go to college. Not every child is cut out to go to college.
Right.
There are other options out there.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times when kids are batting around what they're going to do when they graduate, everybody's talking about where they're going. That's a big deal. And then there's sort of what they call it FOMO, fear of missing out on going. And I feel like it dies down once these kids graduate, and then they have the summer, and they're sort of away from all that discussion. Even teachers and everybody that's talking about, take your APs. Did you finish up your SAT, your ACT? What are your scores? What are you doing? I mean, come on. They're completely bombarded, and it has to be really overwhelming for most kids.
Well, and if you look at the statistics, college enrollment is down by about 1% all across the country. And I really want you to pay attention to this. Look at these statistics. Now, these statistics represent colleges within the state system here in Pennsylvania over this period here. And if you look at those statistics, you can see that enrollment is down at every single state college. Right. The only exception is Westchester University, where enrollment is up, but enrollment is down across, at every other state school within the state system of higher ed. And you know what? That's okay, because the reality is, of all of the kids who enter college, only 50% graduate. Of all of the kids who enter college, only 50% graduate. That means that 50% that didn't graduate, they just spent like $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 for nothing.
And that might have been at Bed Bath & Beyond alone.
This is true.
Seriously.
I mean, that's a lot of money for somebody to spend, and then they leave college because they go, you know what? This wasn't right for me.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Take your time. There's a big push and a big emphasis now for kids to learn a skill, learn a trade.
Trade schools.
That is not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. We are missing in the workforce skilled laborers, roofers, electricians, plumbers.
Mechanics.
We need those people in the workforce.
And there's a place for them, because I think that a kid, so look at boys. If they like to tinker with their cars and they like to do those types of things, the push is, well, you got to go to college. You got to do that for 4 years. What if you were able to do a trade school and the apprenticeships that are there? Because you're not only learning and gaining all of that information, you're actually getting paid. That is not a bad deal.
No, it's not a bad deal at all. You brought up apprenticeships, and now every apprenticeship is different. There's 2 points to this that I've noticed. The state now is actually giving a lot of grants and a lot of funding to apprenticeship programs. And again, every apprenticeship program is different, but kids can come out of high school. They can enter an apprenticeship to learn some sort of a skill or a trade. You get paid to learn that skill. While you're getting paid, you're also earning a college degree, a 2-year degree, an associate's degree for free. You're not being charged for that. And then when you're done with the apprenticeship, you're guaranteed a job. It's like win, 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 win. I mean, you're winning. Winning all over the place when you do this.
And I think the stress of it all comes from what they think they should be doing. What should I be doing? Well, if I follow the crowd, everybody's going to go to college. What does it mean if I don't? And I think this is a time for young people, unfortunately, they're going to have to sort of analyze, what is it that I really want to do in the short term, in the next couple of years? Because, I look back at my sisters, they weren't entirely sure what they wanted to do, but they started the process and they started going to local community college. One of my sisters did, so she could figure it out and get those general credits that are needed and then move forward. And then the success is found later when you actually start to think, I think I know what I want to be able to do. And you haven't wasted a lot of time and certainly not a lot of money with all of it.
Yep. And that brings up another point that you brought up about community colleges. There's a new push, a new program, 2+2. A lot of kids are doing that, which is they do the 2-year at the community college to get the gen eds out, and then they figure out, okay, now I know what I want to do, and then they might finish somewhere else. So it's the 2+2, and that makes a lot of sense because, again, this is a lot of money that we're talking about. We talked about the kids who don't graduate and then they just spend all that money. The kids who do graduate, they're straddled with huge college loan debt.
Yeah.
So, it's okay to take your time and to think about it. And again, it is okay if you don't go to college because you can have a wonderful career and you can be a success learning a skill, learning a trade, doing something else. Okay, so now you've gone to college, you're getting ready to graduate, and these seniors
are losing
at college, they're losing it. And you're experiencing that right now.
Yeah, sorry, I keep fiddling with my eye over here, folks, but I had a hair in it.
Because it's giving you stress just thinking about it.
I'm twitching. No, I don't want to pick on my daughter because she is really doing really well. She's a double major. She's had some challenges along the way in college that have made her have to stuff a semester so that she can get out in the 4 years. But she's really stressed. And she's talked to so many of her peers who are getting ready to graduate, and they're all in the same boat. They're just sitting back going, some of them will say, I am not ready yet. I'm not ready to get in this workforce. And they get like maybe a week or two from graduation and boom, they're right into it.
Where are you going to go? Where are you going to work? What are you going to do?
Like my daughter who wants to go into medicine, she's like, I need a gap year. And some people will say, oh my gosh, that's the best thing you should do. You just clear your head. You're going to have a lot more work ahead of you. And then others will be like, ooh, gap year, is that kind of a cop out? That's you like running away from life. And I think it's unkind because at the end of the day, if you did get through those 4 years and you are extremely stressed about where you're going to go, take a minute, relax and refocus and think about what you need to do and want to do. Yeah, you need to make money, but really you're starting your life don't you want to start it in a real positive way when you get out as really as an adult and what you're going to do? I feel for them. They're really losing it right now.
It is. It's overwhelming because you're coming out. You've got to find a job. Where are you going to live?
Yes.
Like you got to become an adult, and I don't have any regrets in life, but if I could do a redo, which is what I like to say, I would like to redo what I did in college. I rushed through college. I was so I want to get out. I want to start my career. I took 18 credits every semester. I went to summer school and I graduated in 3 years and I came out and boom, boom, boom. I want to start my career. I was so serious. I was so focused. And I recently talked to, an old college boyfriend. He started bringing up all of these things. Remember this, remember that.
Yeah, remember thing. You didn't have time.
I was embarrassed. I'm like, I don't remember any of that. I really don't remember what you're talking about.
You're busy.
And he said to me, you know what? I know what your problem was. You were so focused. You were so hyper-focused on getting out of college and starting your career that was the only thing that was important to you. And I think that's why you don't remember things.
Probably.
And looking back now, I wish I would have chilled a little.
Yeah.
And maybe taken a gap year and maybe I don't know, backpack through Europe. I don't know.
I can't even fathom you backpacking through Europe for a
maybe
year.
not a backpack.
Or for a year.
Maybe not a year.
What you're saying
maybe
is,
a month. Maybe a month.
You're just reflecting back going, I could have taken a little bit of time instead of and being a young person and enjoying some life.
I put that pressure on myself.
I did it too.
And there's so much pressure that, you know what, kids? Relax.
Yeah.
Chill out.
I don't want to pay for what your relax is. but I want you to
no.
relax. You know, it's okay. And that's kind of what I'm imparting to my daughter right now. I'm like, just breathe.
Yes.
And like you said, take a minute and really enjoy it. It's going to be done. And then you're going to look back and go, why was I sweating this so hard? You know, work hard, play hard so that you do have those fond memories and you aren't so hyper focused on what's going to happen the end of May, if that's when you graduate.
Take out the stress and you will be a success.
Oh, that was good, Flora.
I know, wasn't
That
it?
just came to you. I know it did.
It did. It did. It did.
This is another armchair therapy session, isn't it?
It certainly is. So again, just chill. Just relax. It will all work out.
It will.
It always does.
Yeah.
So we hope that our armchair therapy there
Works
helps
once
some
again.
kids and let you know that it's okay.
Yeah.
And parents as well.
Just relax.
Relax. It'll all work out.
it will.
It always does. So thanks for tuning in. As always, we are all over social media. We're also on all of those podcast audio channels as well.
Yeah, we always encourage you to find us on YouTube at Chick to Chick USA and subscribe, because then you'll know what our podcasts are every single Monday.
Because you're going to get that alert on your phone. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we will be back next week to chirp about another topic.